Hey everyone, I'm Alex from Vizard, and today I'm walking you through how to create testimonial videos that actually work. We're skipping the awkward, forgettable ones that just sit on your hard drive and focusing on real, persuasive clips that build immediate trust. Reviews matter more than ever because most buyers check them before they pull the purchase trigger. People don't just want claims from a brand, they desperately want undeniable proof coming directly from other humans. So if you combine the raw power of reviews with the high engagement of video, you get arguably the single most effective piece of marketing available. First, a quick context check. People are consuming a staggering amount of video content, averaging over 100 minutes every single day. Video remains the most engaging and the most shareable content format we possess in the modern marketing landscape. This means if you have genuinely happy customers, turning their success stories into short, snackable video clips is basically pure marketing gold. But here is the industry catch. Most businesses execute this process terribly, settling for a shaky 30-second "we loved it" clip. That kind of content absolutely will not move anyone to take action, so we need a better approach. I'm giving you a simple step-by-step plan to capture great testimonial footage and then actually ensure that it gets seen by the right people. And along the way, I'll show you how to use Vizard to make the entire repurposing process significantly faster and far more effective. Step 1 in this process is to carefully pick the absolute right customers for your feature. Start with the ones who are genuinely thrilled and already rave about your product to you either in person or through email. The absolute best moment to ask for a testimonial is immediately following a moment where they have given you unsolicited positive feedback. If they just told you they love the results, this is your cue to ask, "Would you mind if I filmed a quick testimonial about your fantastic experience?" Timing truly is everything in capturing that authentic enthusiasm before it fades away. Next, we must be sensitive about the common issue of camera anxiety that affects so many people. It is basically the exact same fear people have about public speaking, so you need to put them at ease immediately. Tell them up front you will only ask 7 simple questions delivered in a very relaxed, conversational style to capture their answers. Even better, send those exact 7 questions ahead of time via email or even on a printed sheet of paper. This preparation allows most people to show up already knowing what they want to say, which dramatically cuts nervousness and yields much better footage. Regarding equipment, I'm spoiling the surprise now. You absolutely do not need a professional studio setup to get great results. A modern smartphone you already own is perfectly capable, provided you follow a few practical technical tips. Always film in landscape mode, unless you are specifically targeting vertical first platforms like stories or reels. You must also check your camera settings. Set it to HD at a bare minimum of 1280 by 720 pixels and lock it at 30 frames per second. If your device can handle 4K recording, that's fantastic, but it is truly not necessary for the majority of standard web and social media uses. A crucial piece of gear is using a tripod. Handheld footage immediately screams amateur quality to the viewer. A small, lightweight, and portable tripod is often all the stability support you will ever actually need for these interviews. Next, pick a quiet room where you can film without any unexpected background interruptions or noises. Natural light is undeniably your best friend, so position the interviewee facing directly toward a nearby window for even facial illumination. If you require a bit of supplementary light, inexpensive LED panels work wonderfully, and there's no need to blow your budget on full studio equipment. Let's be clear, audio quality matters far more than achieving flawless video perfection in this scenario. Viewers will forgive slightly imperfect video if the audio is crisp and clean, but poor sound immediately renders a clip totally unwatchable. Your best investment here is a small lavalier or lapel microphone that plugs directly into your phone. Consider getting a longer cable, maybe around 16 feet, to give you essential flexibility in your camera positioning. If you purchase a budget 3.5mm microphone, confirm it has the correct TRRS wiring configuration for smartphones or use the right adapter. For Apple users with a newer iPhone, you must obviously ensure your selected microphone is compatible with the specific Lightning port. Clean, close, and clear audio is the single biggest factor that makes any testimonial feel instantly professional. When you finally start filming, your main technique should be asking open-ended questions and then simply letting the camera keep rolling. Avoid firing off simple yes or no questions, as they give you absolutely nothing to work with. Instead of asking, "Would you recommend us?" try phrasing it like, "What would you tell a good friend who is thinking about using our product?" Open questions consistently force full sentences, genuine emotion, and the specific details required to make the testimonial truly believable. Ask one single question, deliver it clearly, and then you must immediately shut up and resist the urge to speak. Your editor can always trim out any awkward pauses or stray ums and ahs later in post-production. Do not fear longer answers, because you can always edit down to find the single best, most impactful sound bites later on. Here is a simple, highly effective 7-question framework that I personally use to consistently generate great content. The first question: how did you initially hear about us? And what was the key driver that made you finally decide to try us out? The second is crucial. What specific, painful problem were you actively trying to solve when you came to us? Question 3 asks about the process. What was your overall experience like working directly with our team or using our service? For number 4, push for specifics. How has our product or service genuinely changed things for you in your day-to-day operations? Question 5 probes for differentiation. What truly surprised you about using us when compared to other options you considered? 6. Address the investment directly. How do you currently feel about the overall price point relative to the value you received? And finally, question 7 is the closer. If a friend asked you point blank whether to work with us, what specific advice would you give them? Notice the distinct pattern in these questions. They heavily focus on honest feelings, tangible specifics, and honest comparisons. When people describe how they felt, you capture the essential emotion that actually drives the final conversion decision. When they directly compare you against competitors, you gain social proof that is far more convincing than any brand-made claim. Now we tackle the part that almost everyone sadly skips: actively marketing the testimonial footage you just captured. It is not enough to simply record a great interview. You must have a concrete plan to get it seen by your most likely prospects. The first distribution step is uploading it to your main YouTube channel and ensuring it is perfectly optimized for search. Use a strong, relevant keyword in the title like company name customer reviews, because people frequently search for that term when researching. A well-optimized video can immediately show up in those specific organic search results, acting as an instant trust builder. But you absolutely must not stop your efforts there. You need to run a small, geo-targeted YouTube ad campaign for local visibility. With a modest budget, even $5 to $10 per day, you can achieve thousands of views within your specific target area. Then, the crucial next step is repurposing those great clips across all your social channels: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok. This is precisely where Vizard enters the picture and fundamentally changes the entire game for content repurposing. If you recorded a full 10 to 20-minute interview, most people would have to spend grueling hours manually chopping it down. That manual work often means hiring an expensive editor or wrestling with complicated software like Premiere or Final Cut Pro. Vizard is built to handle 3 specific tasks that make this entire repurposing process dramatically simpler and unbelievably faster. It automatically finds the absolute most shareable moments and instantly creates viral-ready microclips from your long videos. It can even auto-schedule your new clips for publishing based on a posting frequency you set, removing the daily manual posting chore. And the final feature is a unified content calendar to plan, edit, and publish everything from one single dashboard, which is a massive time saver. Why is this combination so much better than other general editing or basic AI tools currently on the market? Some tools only handle clipping, but completely lack any built-in scheduling functionality for distribution. Others allow scheduling, but only after you have already gone through the tedious, manual editing process beforehand. Many competing solutions are either prohibitively expensive or add frustrating fees for every single video export you generate. Vizard uniquely brings the edit, the schedule, and the content calendar together in a package that is affordable and built for scaling creators. Compared to managing everything in-house with a professional editor or struggling with general video software, Vizard saves you massive time. This makes your entire testimonial content strategy truly repeatable, allowing you to generate proof points consistently. Here are a couple of final practical tips for using Vizard specifically when processing customer testimonials. Upload the full long interview. Let the AI find the best potential highlights, and then you review those suggestions to pick your messaging focus. Pick one clip focusing only on product results, another highlighting superior service, and a third addressing the price-to-value perception. Use that content calendar to stagger those clips across all platforms, so viewers see multiple proof points over time, not just one lonely video. A quick note on shooting format: always film the main archive footage in landscape, but try to capture an extra vertical shot when possible for Reels and TikTok. Even if you only shoot horizontal, Vizard can auto-reframe those clips into vertical versions. though native vertical often looks slightly better. Crucially, always export burned-in captions because the vast majority of people watch social video content with the sound completely muted. Never forget to rigorously measure which specific clips are generating the most engagement once they are live. Then, immediately use Vizard to double down on creating more content based on those high-performing emotional moments. Sometimes a tiny 10-second emotional soundbite outperforms a very polished 1-minute explainer video, and the data will always show you what resonates. Finally, market these trust assets everywhere: your main website, your Google business profile, YouTube, newsletters, and social channels. Do not let testimonials become an afterthought. Build a dedicated library and embed them deeply into your customer acquisition funnel. All right, I genuinely want to see the incredible customer videos you create, so drop a link in the comments below for honest feedback. And if you want to test out how Vizard automatically edits and manages all your scheduling, we have a free trial available right now. If this walkthrough was helpful for your video strategy, please smash that thumbs up, share it with someone who needs better testimonials, and subscribe. Thanks for watching this deep dive, and go make some fantastic customer videos. Then let those authentic clips do all the selling work for you.